Part 1. Have you ever told yourself, I'm just not good at this? Maybe it was math, or writing, or public speaking. Maybe it was leadership, or parenting, or starting a business. And somewhere deep inside, you believed it wasn't just hard. You believed you weren't enough. That belief, that quiet, invisible thought, it can shape your entire life. This is where our story begins. Not with effort, not with talent, but with a belief about what we think we're allowed to become. Psychologist Carol Dweck spent decades studying why some people thrive in challenge, while others shut down. Her discovery was simple, but evolutionary. It comes down to mindset. A fixed mindset says, you either have it or you don't. A growth mindset says, you can improve with effort, strategy, and time. The difference between these two perspectives, it's not just academic, it's life-changing. It's the difference between giving up or growing through, between shame or self-discovery, between I failed and I haven't figured it out yet. So let me ask you, what do you believe about yourself? Not when things are easy, but when things are hard. Because the answer to that question may be the most powerful truth you ever uncover. Let's begin. Part 2. Let's look at the seed of belief. Where does a mindset begin? It begins in childhood, when you were praised for being smart instead of being persistent, when success meant speed, not struggle, when mistakes were punished instead of explored. And so we began to believe, if I'm good at this, it should come easy. If I fail, it means I'm not enough. This is the fixed mindset. It sees talent as destiny. It sees effort as weakness. It sees failure as shame. But the growth mindset sees something different. It sees failure as feedback, effort as investment, struggle as the pathway to strength. Carol Dweck tells the story of a school in Chicago that didn't give students an F when they didn't pass. They gave them 2 words, not yet. Can you feel the shift in that? I can't do this becomes, I can't do this yet. It turns the wall into a door. That small phrase, not yet, is more than comforting. It's transformative. It teaches the brain to keep going. It activates curiosity instead of criticism. It keeps the future open. And that is where change begins. Part 3. Let's talk about challenge. Because this is where the mindset is tested, not in theory, but in real life. When things get hard, when the mountain feels steep, that's when your belief system reveals itself. A fixed mindset says, this is too hard, I'm not cut out for this. A growth mindset says, this is hard, and that's exactly why I'm learning. You see, your brain is plastic. It changes. It rewires. Not when things are easy, but when things are hard. Neuroscience now confirms what Dweck long suspected. Struggle is not a sign of failure. It's a sign of growth. Let's take an example. 2 students fail a math test. One says, I'm just not a math person. The other says, I didn't study the right way. I'll try a new strategy. Guess who improves? Not the smarter one, the one who believes they can. That belief leads to effort. Effort leads to improvement. Improvement leads to confidence. Confidence feeds the cycle. This isn't about wishful thinking. It's about shifting from being a judge of your ability to becoming a coach of your potential. You are not fixed. You are evolving. If you choose to be. Part 4. Now let's bring this home. Because the growth mindset is not just for school. It's not just for the workplace. It's for life. It's for how you parent, how you love, how you recover after heartbreak, how you start again after failure. It's how you treat yourself when things don't go as planned. Let me ask you, if your child failed, would you tell them to give up? Or would you remind them of who they are becoming? That same compassion belongs to you. A fixed mindset says, "This is who I am." A growth mindset says, "This is who I'm becoming." And when we lead with that belief, we lead others differently too. Teachers who use growth mindset language create classrooms of courage. Leaders who reward effort build cultures of innovation. Parents who celebrate persistence raise resilient children. Because here's the truth. When you believe people can grow, you treat them better. You encourage them more. You see the seed, not just the soil. You start to believe that no one is too late or too far behind. And that includes you. The next time you're tempted to quit, say this out loud. I haven't mastered it yet. Then keep going. Part 5. So we arrive here, not at the end, but at the beginning of a different way of seeing yourself. A growth mindset is not a technique. It's a way of living. It's choosing curiosity over shame. It's choosing effort over ego. It's believing your future is not defined by your past. And yes, it's hard. Because we live in a culture that rewards outcomes instead of effort. That praises talent more than tenacity. That fears failure instead of honoring it. But the truth is, every great musician started off key. Every masterful painter had blank canvases. Every leader once doubted themselves. They didn't arrive that way. They became. So can you. The growth mindset isn't about perfection. It's about direction. And today, you can choose a new direction. Start small. Try something hard. Celebrate the effort. Say, "Not yet." And watch who you become. Because you are not finished. You are unfolding. And your potential is only just beginning to speak.